Gran Turismo Sport is forging itself a new direction. Gamers of all skill levels now have the chance to compete in the world's first and only online championship certified by the FIA. It really is the future of motorsports. GT Sport is the first Gran Turismo game released on the PS4. While I think most of us were expecting GT7, GT Sport is a good segue, albeit a little bit different to what we're used to. From the first time the lights go green, you know you're in for a treat. Polyphony has once again shown us the painstaking detail they are renowned for. Each car has been recreated both inside and out, and the tracks are breathtaking in both their beauty and accuracy. The Gran Turismo franchise has always been renowned for its take on how a car handles. This time around though, it feels a little lacking. Handling is very forgiving, either using a controller or a steering wheel. While the added help is always appreciated, it does take away that white knuckle feeling I've gotten from wrestling a car around track and others. Each car behaves and handles differently, and if you have the opportunity to play with a steering wheel setup, GT Sport takes it to a new level. You feel every bump in the track, every twitch of the tyres, and when you put your foot down and the car squirms off the line, you realise this is as good as it has ever been. The AI has been given an overhaul for the quick races. It is more evident now that they want to beat you, not just be there to make up the numbers. That's all good for the single player section, but GT Sport is all about competitive online racing. Wait a sec, before you can race. It's off to the driver's briefing room for a rundown on racing etiquette. GT Sport requires you to watch 2 videos before you can race. Take notes, as you'll be punished for driving like a twat. Once you start getting into the online races, GT Sport does a good job of matchmaking you with other drivers within the same sort of lap times as you, making for some good competitive racing. The one issue that is a problem for me is the races start at a set time. Being that I'm very time poor, I just want to jump in, race a couple of races and jump off. They do roll on through the night, but the race you may want to race in doesn't start for the next 45 minutes. So you just need to wait around or go and do some warm-up laps, some qualifying, anything else to pass the time. Outside of the online experience, GT Sport feels like a stripped-down version of what GT7 could have been. This is clearly evident in the campaign mode, car selection and modifications. Campaign mode, well, quite simply, there isn't one. All it feels like now is an extended license test. While it does help you gain the necessary tools to be a competent and competitive racer, the lack of a traditional campaign will have some hardcore fans looking elsewhere. Car selection has also been stripped back, with manufacturers being cut down and predominantly GT and Vision Gran Turismo or concepts being the most available cars. I would have to say quality over quantity was really the mantra here, as each car has been immaculately recreated. Select a car and sit back and watch what happens for a couple of minutes. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. Modification is pretty much non-existent now. Given the need for a level playing field online, the modification has been limited to small tweaks within the general pit menu, and liveries are now making an appearance. While easy to use and a huge amount of official badges to deck out your car, it's something I'll leave to someone with a lot more talent than me. VR is a missed opportunity. It is a great addition if you already have it, but you're not really missing out if you don't. Quite simply, you only have one other car on the track with you. You are limited to how many laps you can do. For instance, Mount Panorama, it's only 2. And while the effect is fantastic, there's just not enough there for me to say, rush out and buy one, you need this. It really could have been so much more. GT Sport, it's a bit of a curious beast. It's a good solid racer that shows off the finesse that Polyphony is known for. Cars, tracks, lighting, everything visual are second to none, but there is a distinct feeling that something is missing. GT Sport's longevity will be pointed squarely at the online crowd. Those of us without the time or want to dedicate to the online championships will most likely be tempted by others. Well, that's it from me. Thanks for stopping by and checking out our review of GT Sport. Be sure to leave a like down the bottom if you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to leave you now with a hot lap in yet another one of my favourite cars, because let's face it, everyone loves a V8. Sit back, crank up the volume and enjoy. See you all for the next one. Cheers.